Mask Medic update, just giving you some up-to-date advice now that the government's brought in mandated cloth masks on public transport and in hospitals, which we very much welcome. Good move. So getting this in time for the Black Lives Matter demonstrations tomorrow, we very much support your cause. Just thinking about the risk and the difficulties with social distancing when you have outdoor demonstrations or meetings. So the safest way of demonstrating is on social media, which is what we would strongly recommend, but we understand how important an issue it is. And for those of you going out there, we want to make sure you're as safe as possible, particularly in view of the fact that BAME people are much more at risk of dying from COVID. So my mask protects you, your mask protects me, and we need everybody masked up at these demonstrations. 100% coverage really, except for under twos, or people who would feel unsafe in one for respiratory disease or things like that. Everybody else, please mask up. And this is just to give you some really practical ways of how you can get your face covering. You do not need a medical mask, and we don't want people wearing medical masks. We're keeping them for the frontline workers, health and social care. So you will have lots of things at home that you can use. So things like, if you use one of these, I use this on my bike or my motorbike, and you can just pull that up over your face. Stays up really nicely. A snood. Any scarves that you've got at home. So this is just one of these fashion ones, kind of bandana type thing. Tie it at the base of your neck, and then that's got you covered. And if you've got nothing else, I've got an old t-shirt that I chopped. All I needed was that and my old t-shirt. Chopped a very messy, long piece of material. Fold it in half, make sure it's long, that's the thing. And then, again, similar to a bandana, you can either tie it at the base of your neck, or what I find more comfy is a couple of elastic bands. Get my hair out of the way. Now the main message is actually my mask protects you and your mask protects me. And these are most useful to protect others. If everybody wears them, the risk of the droplets that spread COVID being emitted out into the air around you are much reduced. And actually, if you're shouting or singing, you emit much more, as if you're coughing or sneezing or breathing heavily. So it's really important at demonstrations to make sure everybody's got their nose and mouth covered. But there is actually some evidence out in the Lancet this week that it probably protects you as well. So the evidence showed data. So wearing a face mask, a non-medical face mask, reduced the risk from 17.4% to 3.1%. And they found that was low certainty, which means that we can't be certain because it's hard to get really strong, certain evidence in a pandemic, but that looks like a significant drop. And for eye protection, there was an additional reduction in risk from 16% to 5.5%. So if you've either got glasses or sunglasses, so I usually have when I'm out, is sunglasses and a cloth mask. And then the social distancing, which has higher strength of evidence, and that's reduced from 12.8 to 2.6% the risk if you have your social distance. So do your best to stay that distance away from other people, and make sure that you most definitely all have your face covered, but if you can, your eyes covered as well. That will help you. So my mask protects you, your mask protects me, and possibly my mask protects me as well, so that's a bonus. So yeah, anything you can at home. So really you can just use any mask or bandana or scarf, whichever suits. You're just careful taking them on and off, and when you get it home, wash it at 60 degrees. I should have taken off the bands first and then just pull it forwards and pop it in. I've never found that it increases the risk of me touching my face. It actually reminds me not to. We've got some lovely ones that we've had people making in the community. There are links on the Masks4All resources for Facebook page if you want to look us up for designs. So this is a really nice comfy one. There's a little bit of wire in there that gets a really nice fit around your nose. And the other design that we have, which is a really nice fit, I'll show you. I'll just take mine off as soon as I get in and pop it in the wash, 60 degrees with detergent. And this is our other design, which has been made by our local frontline PPE North Devon girls, Bridget and others, doing a brilliant job. So various designs you can get, but to be honest, you could just make do with a piece of t-shirt in the meantime. And really the message is about all of this is it's not the technical specification of the mask, it's uptake, it's the number of people wearing them. If everybody wears them, it does a very good job. So you don't need a super duper 4-layer this, filter with that, just whatever you've got. But if we can all do it, we'll be a lot safer. So please, if you are going out tomorrow or getting on public transport, and we're very much encouraging this to be taken up in shops and all indoor spaces, because we know that things like ventilation and the space also affect the spread of the virus. And really, unless you're in a big outdoor rural space where there's nobody around, we should all be covering up, staying safe. Good luck tomorrow. Thinking of you all.